Hello everyone, welcome to the first installment of Ramon and his Broken Spatula, my new made on a whim baking show. So today we're going to be making some French macaroons, and if you want to follow along, I will be posting the recipes down below and all of the stuff that I used, so you can make your own French macaroons at home, because I know that I'm going to do a really bad job of narrating whatever I'm doing on the video. So yeah, just watch. I grabbed some popcorn. This is going to be a long video because I had a lot to do. So yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Also, as a side note, I know that this video is going to be a mess. My editing software was not having it last night, but thank God for iMovie for catching my back so we can edit this video. So here we go. Make sure you grab your ingredients, which are going to be almond flour, salt, confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar, 3 eggs, more confectionery sugar for your buttercream, and of course you can't have buttercream without some butter. Make sure you let it sit out so it can get room temperature and soft and ready. Also some vanilla. And don't forget some milk to loosen up your buttercream. Lastly, don't forget to have some sugar for your meringue base for the cookies. Okay, so now we're gonna get started. Actually, not really, we're gonna go through some stuff. First of all, make sure you grab a towel, put it around your apron so you have something to wipe your hands with. And also grab 2 bowls because we're gonna be coloring our macaroons 3 different colors. And also an offset spatula to help put your dough, or actually your batter, into your pastry bag. Pardon that mistake. So you can get the colors. And then don't forget your measuring cups. Look at me trying to do something cool like, look at me, I'm a superhero. No, you're not, don't try. Okay, and also don't forget your pastry bag and some parchment paper to put down on your baking pans. Also, don't forget a sieve so you can put your confectionery sugar and almond flour together, and also a whisk. And there it is. There's my broken spatula. As you can see, it's a little messed up, but it's okay. We're gonna work with it. Okay, now grab some vinegar and a paper towel. And as you can see, my paper towel was not having it. And then just fold that paper towel and then put some vinegar into it. And this is just to wipe down your mixing bowl with and your hand mixer with to get rid of any molecules that's in there that's going to stop our egg whites from whipping up. And it's just a precautionary step. You don't have to do it as long as your equipment is clean. And there's my mom. She just wanted to say hello. And headband check. Okay. There's my mom again. She just wanted to say hello again. Okay, so now we're ready to bake. So get your hand mixers ready. And then we're gonna separate our 3 eggs. And all you need to do is some egg whites. And I messed up here. As you can see, like, who cracks their eggs like that? Like, that's horrible. And also, my egg yolk is, yep, there it goes. It exploded. So now I had to start all over again. But it's okay. We're gonna do it with a clean bowl and another egg. And actually, I have a tip. So, for this to work, you want your eggs to be room temperature. So my eggs are cold straight from the fridge. So just put it in a cup and run it through some really, really hot water and let it sit in the hot water for 5 minutes. And you'll have nice, perfect room temp eggs. And another headband check because we don't want to look like a mess, even though I already did. As you can see, that hair was not agreeing with me. But it's okay. We're going to make do and keep on going. So there we go. Perfect. Okay, so now take 2. Separate your eggs again and again, 3 eggs, and all you're gonna need is the egg whites, making sure that all of your eggs are room temp. Egg number 2, and then last but not least, egg number 3. Look, fresh from the sink. Da-da-da-da-da. And then just set your egg whites aside. And then now we're gonna mix our dry ingredients together. So get your sieve ready. So it makes sure that it just gets some chunks out, and then get your confectionery sugar. And this was a mess. This was me trying to get a cup of powdered sugar, but we're gonna roll with it. There we go. Editing magic. I got the first cup of powdered sugar in, and then now we're just gonna tilt our camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. Open up another bag of powdered sugar because I ran out. Oops. There we go. And then I'm adding my second cup of powdered sugar in the bowl in 3, 2. Okay, yeah, no, this is gonna take forever because I'm a mess in the kitchen. And I'm a very chaotic baker, so please just ignore my chaotic ways. And then with editing magic, there it is, a second cup of powdered sugar. And of course, something gets stuck in the cup, right? We love that, but it's okay. And then now for the cup of almond flour. But then there's my dad, he just wanted to say hi. There we go. So just a cup of almond flour into the sieve as well. And with editing magic, in 3, 2, 1, just kidding. There we go. 3, 2, 1, plop into the bowl and into the sieve. And make sure that you get every single thing that's in your cup so you can have every single ingredient and you don't waste anything. We don't waste in this household. No, ma'am. Okay, and then grab your whisk. And this is a trick to make sieving or sifting your ingredients faster, but that's just if you don't have time and don't have any patience. But today, we do have patience. So then we're just gonna tip at an angle and sift our dry ingredients. So by doing so, you're not getting stuff everywhere, even though as you can see, like I'm like right at the edge of the bowl, but just tip your sieve and then you're going to tap it and then you're just gonna let your dry ingredients sift through. And then as you can see, the clouds everywhere, but it's okay. So just keep on sifting until every single ingredient is in the bowl and through the sift. And then with editing magic, we're done. So if you do have any big chunks left, just discard of those because you're not gonna need them and they're just gonna make your cookies look really weird. And then just some last precaution, just whisk through your combined ingredients, just making sure that everything is combined together and sifted through. So you don't have big chunks of sugar and almond flour. And bam, we're done. Now set that aside and we're gonna get on whisking with our egg whites and making what is called the infamous meringue. So now just grab 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar. There it is, editing magic, of course, and just set that aside. And then now we're gonna whisk our eggs for 4 minutes and just let it whisk. And this is me just putting on my Apple Watch just to make sure that I can keep track of time. So it's really nice to have a clock handy or a watch just so you can keep track of it and you don't over mix your meringue. Trust me, you can over mix. So mix your egg whites. Oh, tip the camera first. Okay, there we go. Okay, now there we go. Now whisk your egg whites for 4 minutes and within a minute or so, you're just gonna see it foam up like this. So just keep on going for 4 minutes until you see, ignore that little mumble, but until you see some nice foamy egg whites. Just keep on whisking for 4 minutes and it can take a long time. So as you can see me, and where is it? There it is. Hit that say so dance. Okay, I'm not on TikTok, please just ignore that. So sorry about that. Okay, so after 4 minutes is done, you're gonna whisk your egg whites for another 4 minutes, but adding your white sugar gradually so you don't overwhelm your egg whites. So just keep on adding every now and then, but make sure you add all of your granulated sugar within the 4 minutes. And as you can see while you're whisking and you're gonna see your egg whites with the sugar, it's just gonna have more texture, it's just gonna be more firm, and it's also gonna be nice and glossy. And then just adding the last bits of sugar in, and as you can see, our egg whites are now nice, fluffy, glossy, and has some texture. And here's a tip, you know your egg whites are done when you hold it up to your head and nothing falls out. And then just add a pinch of salt and then just whisk for another 15 seconds or so. Okay, as you can see, it's done. Once you have stiff peaks, if you look at the end of my hand mixer right there, there's some stiff peaks, and that's how you know your meringue is ready to go. So now, grab your dry ingredients and put it all in the bowl with the meringue. Literally, all of it. Okay, so now grab your handy dandy spatula and just fold your ingredients together. So folding pretty much means you're going from the side and taking what's in the bottom and putting it in the top and just doing so in a continuous motion. And this is where a lot of people can get their macaroons wrong. So this is where you need to be gentle and precise and make sure that you're only folding between 30 to 50 times. At first, it might not seem like your ingredients are coming together, but trust me, within between 30 to 50 folds, you're gonna get a nice ribbony, oozy batter. So as you can see right here, I was about 10 folds in and it just wasn't coming together. But don't worry, just be gentle and take your time, and it's all
Okay, so this next step is optional, but you can make more than one color, so you can split your batter into different bowls, so you can mix 3 different colors together, or 5, or all different colors together, or just put one color into one bowl. But I'm extra and I wanted to make this galaxy themed, so I decided to split my batter into 3 bowls and color them different colors to make a galaxy print once they're piped out. So for this one, I chose some pink, and then there we go, we're trying, oh, just ignore that, it's okay. We tried to focus, but it didn't work. And then some blue. So pink, blue, and white. And once it's all mixed in the piping bag, as y'all are gonna see later, it's gonna look real pretty. Okay, so for coloring macaroons, make sure that you use really concentrated gel food coloring. And you can find the one that I'm using by Wilton in the baking aisle. And it's very concentrated, so it gets that vibrant colors right, because once you bake macaroons off, that color is gonna desaturate a bit, and you really want those colors to pop, so use very concentrated gel food coloring. And also, I added about a piece-sized shape of the gel, so it got really nice and vibrant. Okay, so now grab a piping bag and just cut the bottom. You can definitely use a circular tip, but I got too lazy. And your offset spatula, so you can pretty much mix all of the batter and the different colors in the bag, and once it's piped out, it's gonna have a nice, cute pattern that you want it to be. So if you don't have a helper in the kitchen, you can use this trick. So just grab a nice tall glass, whatever glass it may be, and just put your piping bag in it, making sure that the bottom is a little folded, and then just fold the sides over the cup, which I didn't do here, but just fold the sides over because I don't know, I was rushing, ignore that. But yeah, so I started with the blue. So you can put some at the end of your offset spatula or just pretty much pour it all in. So as you can see, I'm gonna put some on the end. As you can see, it's very oozy and runny. That's the texture that you want for your batter. And I just scraped it up the sides, and you can do this with different colors, marble it however you want, so you can get different patterns and colors in. But just know that it is a very oozy batter, so the first color that you put in is gonna be the one to show up first until you pipe out some more. And there's my dad, he just wanted to say hello. So yeah, now we're gonna go and move on to pink. So I just poured it in, and I just pretty much just marbled it in there. And then lastly is the white batter, which I had a lot more of. This is just to be able to balance the 2 colors together. So you can see, nice, oozy, and ribbony as well. Ignore that, I'm trying to do this voiceover in one recording and a truck decided to drive by, so I'm sorry. But yeah, look, nice, ribbony, and going into the piping bag. So now I decided to just pour it in to just get the rest in there. We were having some struggles, but it's okay. And this footage, I don't know why I made it long, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna roll with it. It's here. I did it, and we're just gonna leave it in here, and I'm just gonna do some random voiceovers with it. Okay, there we go. Next take. So I just took my offset spatula, pretty much just went into the bag and just marbled it a little bit, about like 2 to 3 swirls. You don't want to over marble it because you don't want to mix your colors and ruin the pattern that you have created in there. But some marbling should be fine, and mixed in some colors. So as you can see right here, you're gonna see it. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. At the end, you see the white, and under it, you have the purple mixing of the blue and the pink, and then some blues, some pinks, and then some light pinks, and that's just really pretty. And as you can see with the bag, it's all nice and marbled, but I put in the blue first, so there was a lot more blue. So now take your piping bag, put it over the parchment paper. Just be careful, the batter is really runny. Pipe about 1-inch circles onto your baking sheet. Make sure you have parchment paper so it doesn't stick. And just ignore my dad in the back. Look at him trying to say hello. But yeah, so just pipe some circles, and you're gonna have some sharp tips, and just make sure that you tap those in, and then you just let it sit. So now you're gonna tap your baking pans about 4 times on each side, very hard on the surface. That's just to get rid of any air bubbles that's in the bottom to rise to the top. And make sure once you tap them to take a toothpick, pretty much puncture all of those air bubbles, and then just mix in the rest of the batter so you don't have a gap, because the air bubbles, it's what's gonna cause your macaroons to crack. So just be cautious of those. And also let your macaroons sit in the oven for about 30 minutes before baking them so it can form a nice protective shell. And there they were, baked, and you have to taste and taste test your products, and it was really bomb. It was nice, chewy, but also really, really light. And then now we're moving on to the buttercream filling. You can use whatever you want for the filling, but I choose to go with buttercream just because it's very versatile and you can do pretty much whatever you want with it. Okay, so here we go. So you're gonna need some, again, butter, powdered sugar, some vanilla for flavoring, some salt just to offset the sweetness a bit. You're just gonna need a pinch, and some milk to loosen it up. And for this one, I decided to do 2 batches. You didn't see the second batch, but I made yellow ones, and it's gonna be orange creamsicle flavored. So I just grabbed some orange juice to substitute for the milk for loosening up your buttercream. So with this, you're gonna wanna make sure that you've let your butter sit out. So while you were making your cookies, let some butter sit out so it can get really nice and soft, because you're gonna want to whip it till it's nice, pale, and fluffy. And soft butter is just gonna make your life so much easier. Trust me, from all of my years of baking, using cold butter is not it. You'll get there, but it'll take so much longer, and it can probably ruin your whisk. So I beat my, this was about a stick of butter. I beat my butter for about 5 minutes. As you can see, it's nice, pale, and fluffy, and it pretty much doubled in size from its soft counterpart. So I'm just gonna grab some, and as you can see from the hand mixer and on my spatula, that it's nice whipped, like whipped. Oh, much be whipped. Never mind, just ignore that. So yeah, and then once you have your butter nice and whipped and pale and fluffy, just add in some sugar. I eyeballed this recipe because that's what I do with this one, but just follow the recipe that I put below. So now I just put in my vanilla on both of them, and then for the one in the bigger bowl, I used milk to loosen it up, and then orange juice to loosen up the one in the smaller bowl. So now I'm gonna pretty much fill in my macaroons. So I used about a teaspoon and added about a teaspoon of buttercream into the cookie and just sandwiched them together. So here's a nice little time lapse of me, because why not? And I pretty much filled a lot of cookies and sandwiched them together, and also had some snacks because you get really hungry when you bake. Ta-da! This is the final product. So as you can see, there's some galaxy colored ones and then the yellow ones to represent the sun. And there you go. There's your French macaroons. Try to be cool and stuff, but it's okay. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And I also just wanted to say, I know that we're going through some crazy times right now, so I just wanted to make this video and put it out in the world to make people smile, or distract themselves or entertain themselves from everything that's going on. And if you are, going through some tough times right now, it'll be okay. And I hope that this video made you feel better in some ways, and I hope I made you smile. And if I did make you smile in any way, then that's all I needed to do, and that was my part. Also, if you do feel overwhelmed by social media or the news, make sure you take care of yourself and stay off. Take care of yourself, do whatever makes you happy. And if you don't have the means to be productive, it's okay. As long as you're taking care of yourself in some way, shape, or form, that's all that matters. Also, ignore me, I'm looking like a mess right now. I know this is like HD's, like yikes, but it's okay. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did this on a whim. My friends told me to do it, so I was like, why not? But if you guys have any more suggestions or ideas for videos, I don't know if I'm gonna keep on going with this series. Maybe not, we'll see, or just channel. We'll see in the future, but if you guys have any suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comments, or DM me on Instagram, the drill, communicate with me, whatever. But yeah, again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and made you smile in any way.
And that's pretty much it. Have a good day. Make sure you're staying inside, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy, and bye.